Scottsdale voters will have the opportunity to consider Proposition 200 in a local election on March the 9th. The benefits of Proposition 200 to Scottsdale are many. Number one, and the one that probably is the most important right now, is Proposition 200, if passed, will create new jobs in Scottsdale in the tourism industry. Number two, passage of Proposition 200 will enable us to build additional attractions that will be enjoyed by visitors and residents alike. Number three, it will generate marketing dollars that are desperately needed for Scottsdale to be able to compete effectively with San Diego, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and other tourism destinations. Currently, visitors spend approximately $1.4 billion in Scottsdale. Again, $1.4 billion in Scottsdale. And not only does this generate bed tax, which we use to market the destination, it also generates considerable sales tax revenue. I'd like to thank the Scottsdale City Council for their support thus far in the process. They unanimously approved referring Proposition 202 to the voters, and they also unanimously approved the ballot language that is in Proposition 200.
This is the first time in 21 years that our industry has sought an increase in Scottsdale's bed tax. The last time this went to Scottsdale voters was in 1988, when voters overwhelmingly supported increasing our bed tax so that we could create a tourism marketing program for Scottsdale. The marketing we began in '88 created a Scottsdale brand that helps us attract 8 million visitors annually who spend more than, as Mike said, $1.4 billion every year locally. Voting yes on Proposition 200 will generate $5 million in additional bed tax dollars in year one, with just over $1 million of that going to Scottsdale marketing. The other $4 million will be invested in tourism-related capital projects, special events, and other areas as determined by the city. Make no mistake, capital projects and special events will be the biggest beneficiaries of Prop 200. We've been trying for well over a decade to construct a Desert Discovery Center, which would be built next to the incredible new gateway just north of Bell and Thompson Peak. We haven't had the money to build this attraction, which would be visited by Scottsdale residents and visitors alike. Voting yes on Prop 200 will provide between $3 and $4 million in year one to invest in projects such as this. New bed tax dollars can also be invested into the Scottsdale Museum of the West, which would be a terrific addition to our downtown. We also want to see additional improvements made to Westworld during the next decade, including the possibility of a climate-controlled event structure for year-round activities.
But I have a tremendous benefit to me as a citizen of Scottsdale, because this has enhanced the quality of life of all of us who live here. My wife and I have been fortunate to live here for over 40 years, and all of the great amenities that we enjoy have been because of citizen involvement and the fact we've had the financial means to just make these things happen. This should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-brainer. If you don't stay, you don't pay. If you stay, then you pay.
And as the city's largest employer, Scottsdale Healthcare's roots in Scottsdale run deep. Since our inception in 1962, which is almost 50 years now, we have shared in supporting the economic well-being of our community while working together for a successful future of Scottsdale. I believe that Proposition 200 will contribute to that vitality in a very strong way. Voting yes on Proposition will build a stronger Scottsdale, as simple as that.
And like some of the previous speakers, I'm actually a native of Scottsdale. I was born and raised here, went to school here. My family started off with a small business in Old Town many years ago, and am proud to have grown up in this great community. While the firefighters might seem like an unexpected supporter of Proposition 200, I can tell you that we are here for a very simple reason, and that's we want to see this community continue to thrive and grow and be a success as it has been in the past. And I'm very proud to stand in support of Proposition 200 to help secure our tax base so that we can continue to provide the services that make this community great.